The sounds from Robert Reagan's backyard are anything but typical.
I'm a software engineer by trade.
But about 18 months ago, this grandfather came up with a big idea.
Robert just came to me one day and said, "Hey, I have an idea about something for the grandkids." And I said, "Playhouse? No, how about a train?" And I said, "You're kidding."
Robert wasn't kidding. So behind his Ooltewah home, he got to work clearing his yard for 275 feet of track.
I looked for plans to build a train, and the only thing I came across was an article in a 1965 issue of Popular Mechanics.
He put his software skills to work.
This is a 12-volt battery and an Arduino computer.
And soon,
But the train itself is made out of plywood. The boiler is a 16-gallon steel drum. I've added a few bells and whistles along the way.
complete with its own train shed and crossing. The finished project is quite the backyard installment.
The engineer can control it with the lever here to make it go forward and backwards, but I can also override it, take control with the remote control receiver.
Nobody burned me. We jumped on a train!
There was never any doubt in my mind he could do it because he can fix anything, make anything. He's amazing.
And until they outgrow it, Robert's granddaughter and her friends will keep this railroad in business.
Well, I hope it can set an example for somebody that thinks that if I can do it, they can do it too.
Not everybody can do the job Dennis McCroskey does.
You got to be a little right of the crazy center.
McCroskey and his colleagues are TVA linemen. Their jobs take them high into the air, literally, to repair high-tension power lines. Using a helicopter to make repairs on high-tension power lines might seem a little extreme, but imagine if you had to hike all the way to this tower, climb to the top of it, and then make the repairs. Getting to the site by helicopter keeps them from being too tired to do the work once they climb to the top. Line construction manager Ken Matthews doesn't like to use the word dangerous.
It's very hazardous work.
Once a year, the linemen practice the hazardous technique of what to do when they helicopter to the top of any tower's repair site.
So this is the top of that tower.
That is correct.
They let me go through their motions. After getting harnessed, I take a seat on the power bench.
This is your seatbelt.
This hook is your lifeline. If you fall, it keeps you from dropping down to the ground. When you lift off, it's fastened to the helicopter. This lift truck, which doubles as the helicopter during practice, lifts and lowers me into place. Attach this wire to the tower.
It's just to bleed off the static electricity that's built up on the helicopter.
Then unhook the big hook from the helicopter. Attach it to the tower. Then the lineman steps off, does whatever work's needed, and hops back onto the power bench. Detach the big hook and attach it back to the power bench. I did not go up with the big boys. When they're taking off heading to a repair site, I could never be prepared for what they're going to tackle. The anticipation for them is relentless.
Butterflies, a little bit scared, a little bit excited,
But once the repair is done, McCroskey says,
and a whole lot of joy.
a helicopter seems expensive, but TVA says building a road to the tower is even more expensive.
Fly directly to the structure and have the repairs done, usually before we can even design a road to it.
It is fearless work and one big adrenaline rush.
Bring your guts with you, though.
Yeah, that's what I would do, yeah. Leave your common sense at home.
TVA does not fight ordinary fires.
We have to train our people how to apply water to energized equipment safely so they don't become electrocuted.
The Tennessee Valley Authority trains its own set of firefighters to attack blazes in nuclear plants, dams, and other power-producing stations. And they do that training inside this newly expanded building in Marion County.
It's got 5 burn rooms.
Inside each, a different kind of fire situation. First, an ordinary storage room with paper and wood. One with an office setting. This one seen on infrared. is oils and flammables. But then the danger mounts with live electrical cables. For our scenario, fire versus electrical equipment. We get our turnout gear, pants, coat, head covering.
This is heavy stuff.
Plus some extra help of my own.
Good, now I can see.
After buckling down and buttoning up, it's off to hose training. Now this is where it gets tricky. There's no power in here today, but imagine if these were live wires. If water from this hose created a puddle back down to me, I could be electrocuted. So I have to widen the stream.
There you go.
There is a kick to it.
Whoa, yeah. Oh my goodness. Boy, that force is something else. Let's go fight one. Now comes the fun part. There's a fire in this burning TVA building, and we're going to put it out.
Justin Wilson activates a wireless remote that controls every fire simulation in the building.
Let's do it.
From the equipment to the ceiling, the fire is everywhere. Johnson says each situation is different, but training is the key.
I think we're prepared.
It's a week-long 40-hour session to be a TVA firefighter with hands-on training. And we're also told there are refresher courses held at the training center throughout the year. Josh.